quiet. We don't want to be overheard.
Somebody help me! I'm being held captive by these brutes! Let me out of here, you lout! You don't know who you're dealing with! Somebody help me, please! Somebody help me!
Who are you? What are you doing here?
We've come for the people you're holding prisoner.
Why did you kidnap them? One of them is a Nord like yourselves.
That grimy bit of flotsam. He hired us to frighten the lady, but we weren't supposed to hurt her. He just wanted some answers. The fool. She's a merchant from the congregation. Can you imagine what she's going to get us when we demand a ransom? So we called a few friends and kidnapped her. As for him, well, we'll see what happens when we get the money.
Let me talk to them. I know this sort of people well. You want easy money? Fine. How much do you want?
This merchant is probably worth a fortune. So bring us a fortune and nothing will happen to the prisoners. Otherwise... And since we're not dogs, if you don't have the coin, a very valuable item will do the trick.
Ugh, these eels make me sick to my stomach. Let me have a word with them, please.
Here, take your gold and release the prisoners.
We're rich! Take the key to their cage. We're going to celebrate. Go on, lads! Let's go!
Let me out of here, you louts! You don't know who you're dealing with!
You're free. Come with us. We'll take you somewhere safe.
Oh, that's such a relief. I thought I'd never get out of that cage. However did you find us?
All we did was follow your trail from the docks where you met. As a matter of fact, your servant was so worried about you that he took it out on us.
Oh, poor Joseph. Oh, don't blame him. He's very protective and fiercely loyal. But it sometimes makes him lose his wits. Thank you very much for your help. But I am quite exhausted and hungry, so I must get back to the tavern straight away.
I suppose you expect me to thank you?
No, that's not really my style. But I do expect an explanation. How did you get caught up in this mess?
I hired those thugs to help me scare the merchant a little. But when they realized that it wasn't about getting a hefty ransom, they decided to take matters into their own hands. They grabbed us both and brought us here. I imagine they were hoping that the congregation would pay for her, but as for me...
Why did you want to intimidate this merchant?
I wanted her to tell me something about my mum. About what had become of her.
None of this makes any sense. Why would she have any information about your mother?
You haven't heard? Our village was attacked. They set fire to it. Grandad, your father was killed in the fight, along with lots of other villagers. All thanks to you, my dear uncle.
No. No, that can't be true.
A few of us managed to escape, like me and Mum. But we got separated in the confusion. I made it to the sea and decided to become a Naut. To get away from everything. From the war and the consequences of your crimes. But Mum, she fled to the congregation. And I was hoping that this merchant would know where she is.
I'm sorry, Rudolph. I'm so very, very sorry. My father, the village. I never meant for any of this to happen.
Maybe not, but it happened. So try and find Mum, will you? I just want to know she's alright.
I'll try. But you know the congregation's a big place and not everyone who lives there knows everyone else.
I realise now that my plan was stupid. I only hoped. Ever since I became a Naut, I've been here on Yuxantis. I'm just sea-given, and I don't really have my sea legs. They never sent me back to the continent, so when I heard about this merchant, I wanted to talk to her.
I can understand that. And I also understand your anger towards me. But don't go getting into trouble like this in the future. Don't end up like me.
I'll be more careful in the future. But try to find out where my mum is. Please.
Now that Rudolph is safe and sound and we've proven that he didn't mistreat that merchant, I think I owe you an explanation.
I'm listening.
You know that I was a soldier once. In the village where I grew up, I was forcibly conscripted by the local lord to take part in the Civil War. It was horrible. We were used as cannon fodder, and the nobles who gave us orders never took any risks themselves. I ended up leaving that life behind and becoming a smuggler. But what you don't know is why I left the army. I killed my commanding officer. The bounty on my head isn't so much for my smuggling activities as for that first offense. Some years ago, not long after that incident, they tried to get me by targeting my brother, Rudolph's father. They threatened to hang him if I didn't surrender. I knew they'd hang us both if I gave myself up, so I let my brother hang.
I'm sorry, Ludwig. I understand your nephew's behavior better now. But why did you kill your officer?
That's a story for another day. Suffice it to say that he had it coming. Anyway, I want to thank you for helping me. It means a great deal to me.
them what we're made of! My armor is broken! We are missing something to make this work. We are missing something to make this work.
Thank you again for helping me get the child out of trouble. And I hope you're not too worried about traveling with a murderer.
Forgive my curiosity, but why did you stay with us? You had the chance to return to your friends, your country, and yet you're here.
As you know, the giant monster matter was worrying me, and rightly so. I had a feeling it wouldn't end there. But after what we discovered, it seemed logical to see it through with you. I must still be an altruist at heart. My disgust with the world has not yet changed that. Unless it's just that I enjoy your company.
It's mutual. I'm glad you stayed with us.
We make a good team, don't we? It would be a shame to jump ship now.
Goodbye, Ludwig.
Bye. Take care. This general has a few screws loose. How could he believe that he'd be able to capture that monster and try to make others? I can only imagine what a creature like that could do if it landed in one of our villages.
Goodbye, Ludwig.
Bye. Take care.
Yes? What do you want to talk about?
You say you hail from Tele...
My country... I hope...
You seem to know the man well. Otherwise, why would you want to find him so badly?
Let's just say that he was an ally during my exile. Someone who didn't turn his back on me despite my banishment. He is a powerful and wise man. And after all we have seen, I must admit that I am at my wit's end. But I know he'll know what to do. How to protect Thélème as well as the people of Tyr Freddy from the Alliance.
You consider him something of a mentor, if I'm hearing you correctly.
Yes, that is exactly right.
You're saying that your father Cardinal wants to put a stop to Gurnaz's attacks on my people. But why would he even care?
Thélème is an enemy of the Alliance, as you know. And my nation does not find the conquest of your island by these people to be desirable. We have a different approach. It may not be perfect, I will readily admit. But we have no desire to remove your people from your homeland, nor to force them into slavery. Any information that would allow Thélème to put a stop to this conquest would benefit your people, believe me.
Where can we meet this Father Cardinal?
He can be found most often in the Thélème embassy in Peren.
I must leave you.
See you later.
So, what do you need to
Thank you for answering me. I was beginning to despair.
What do you want?
I have to escape. It would be more than my neck is worth to stay here. I'd end up swinging from a rope just like the others. I can't escape alone, as you can see. So, a little help wouldn't be amiss.
Why were you arrested?
He was not arrested for a blood crime. He would not be put on exhibition. However, his accent indicates that he's a foreigner.
In fact, I am of the Dootan people. But that's not why I was captured, although it best remain unknown. I got caught because of my line of work. I'm a smuggler, you see. I smuggle illicit goods and people. People like you, actually, from one country to another. It's a bit ironic. Normally, I'm the one who helps others escape and avoid the guards. Now, I'm reduced to begging for your help. Ludwig, we don't know each other, but I know your face from the description on all the posters. Please, we're in the same line of work. You know what they have in store for me. Help me get out of here.
You're Wolfgang, aren't you? I thought your face seemed familiar.
It seems that my description is not as good as yours. So, you're not gonna leave me to rot in here, are you?
I would like to help this man. I know that our situation is already complicated, but I'd never forgive myself if I'd just moved on without trying to help.
We'll see what can be done.
Well, don't wait too long. I imagine they're already choosing which tree they're gonna hang me from.
Life is ugly enough not to turn our backs on those who are like us. We should help him.
Let's see what we can do to get him out of there.
What do you want? If you want to know when the execution will take place, I don't know. I've not yet been informed.
Actually, we'd like to convince you to release him.
You've got a lot of nerve. Freeing Wolfgang the smuggler, when we've been trying to get our hands on him for months. Go ahead, I'm listening. I'd love a bit of a laugh.
You'll have to think hard and fast to make the best arguments to get him out of there.
Your senior officers will no doubt receive commendations and perhaps a reward for this capture. But what about you?
We won't gain a thing, that's for sure. Just our paycheck, nothing more. Hold on. I think I see what you're getting at.
Our man hasn't committed murder or a blood crime, so why not let him off? In exchange for a hefty bit of compensation, of course.
Well, that'd improve our day-to-day for a while. Very well. We'll let him go, but he'll have to make himself scarce. We don't want to take the fall for this.
I doubt he wants to hang around here. I'm sure he'll take off as soon as you release him.
You're free. I'd advise you to leave the city quickly before the officers realize you've escaped. And you can thank your benefactors in the process. But don't linger. If any more guards come, we'll have to take you back.
He's right. You'd better leave as soon as possible.
Thank you. I'm eternally grateful for what you've done for me.
Stay off the beaten track, my lad. That's where you tread quietest.
I shall repay your kindness, I promise. Goodbye.
This is the Morsinian embassy. Only authorized persons are allowed to enter.
It just so happens that we have a pass to meet with the ambassador.
This document seems to be in order. You may enter.
Your Excellence, it is an honor to meet you.
An islander from Tier Fridi. Forgive me, but I must admit I found it hard to believe Zeren's missive. Your people are so poorly represented here in diplomatic affairs. It is a true pleasure to meet you. There's so much I'd like to know about your island. But of course, my questions can wait. I believe you had a pressing matter you wished to discuss with me.
Indeed. We'd like to speak with you about General Kurnas. You should know that he is the reason for our presence here, as he had us abducted by his men in order to conduct experiments on us. One of our friends died at their hands, so we are direct witnesses to his actions, which furthered our desire to find out more. With the help of our friends from the continent, we investigated and discovered that he was conducting research in a secret laboratory.
A secret laboratory? Here, in Alima?
Yes, in the caves beneath Dr. Asili's abandoned laboratory.
I've heard about this, but I thought they were just rumors.
There, we found a whole group of my people who were kept locked up in cages to serve as guinea pigs for experiments. Death awaited them all.
What you're telling me is awful. But what sort of experiments could he be doing? Kurnas is a general, not a scientist.
We recovered the research notes and had them translated and summarized by other scholars. Look, you can see for yourself.
It's abominable. What absurd reason could have inspired him to take on this horrific project? I know our relations with the chiefs on your island can sometimes be challenging, but that's no reason to eliminate an entire people.
Apparently, he hopes to win enough popularity to be crowned Emperor. But Zeren could probably tell you more about that.
I'd heard of this imperialist faction, but I admit I didn't pay much mind to it. What madness! An empire! Morsinia and Thraxis would never agree to such a thing. The only thing they would do is precipitate the breakup of the Alliance. Rest assured that I will share these documents with the Al-Sad Assembly, and I have no doubt that they will be just as horrified as I am. However, I strongly recommend that you also take action as well. The Assembly is powerful, but it is slow to act. You will have to do everything in your power to keep your people from being contaminated before the Assembly begins to move.
Thank you for your counsel and your support.
It's the least I can do.
Thank you for having us. We're leaving.
It was a pleasure. I hope we'll have another chance to meet.
such a blunder?
I don't know, Mum. I'm sorry, Mum.
Oh, why in the world do I have to have such a useless servant? Oh, this is the last time I let Durson choose the staff. He always feels sorry for the first barefoot person who comes along with a sob story. And then I find myself with imbeciles, incapable of taking proper care of me. Fool! Useless wretch!
The nobility of Alima may not be as powerful as they used to be, but they can't help but look down on the world. It's depressing.
Go on! Look for it, you little imbecile! Before some thief gets his hands on it!
Yes, Mum. I'm looking, Mum.
Maybe we should offer our help. The way this poor girl is being treated saddens me.
You there! I have a request for you. You?
Yes? Did you want to talk to us?
I'm so
Indeed.
sorry, Mum.
You see, my scatterbrained maid. How dare you speak over me? You deserve a good whipping, wretch.
Hold me back or I'll strangle her.
Madam, I beg you, forget this poor child and tell us what you want from us. We have not come to meet with you to witness this kind of scene.
Indeed. Please forgive my outburst. You see, this scatterbrained little fool managed to lose one of my most precious jewels.
How did it happen?
I asked her to take my necklace to one of the neighborhood's goldsmiths to get it cleaned. But this imbecile managed to lose it, here, at the market. I despair of finding it.
And? Why did you call on us? Do you think we're your servants too?
You? No, of course not. That wouldn't make any sense. But I see that you have some Tier 4D islanders in your service. And I've heard they have a gift.
Oh, that again. All right, I can try, but I'm going to need some information.
How adorable. He speaks our language. You've trained him well. Ask your questions. I'll try to answer them as simply as possible, so that you understand.
Can you describe your necklace?
It's a beautiful platinum necklace adorned with sapphires. It's silver with blue gemstones. It's of great value and has been in my family for generations. I wear it almost all the time. But obviously today I didn't, as I had sent it off to be cleaned.
Can your maid tell us where she
It's
thinks
that
she lost the necklace exactly?
Well, come on, you little fool. Don't be intimidated because he's a savage. Speak! He won't eat you!
It isn't that. It's that... Oh, alas, I don't know any more than what I already told you. I know I had the necklace on when I got to the market because I checked at the time. Then I slipped it into a handkerchief to protect it and made my other purchases. When I got to the goldsmith's, I looked in my handkerchief and the necklace had disappeared. But I don't know when or where I lost it.
Ugh, you fool. It's scarcely believable.
Thank you. At least we're sure the necklace was lost here. Thank you. We'll start our search.
That's right. Use your islander magic and bring back my necklace. Go on. I'm very busy. I've been invited to a party, and I can't afford to be late.
I don't know the city that well, and this market even less so.
Let's take a look around. The market isn't that big. As long as no one picked up the necklace, it must still be here somewhere.
You? Could you come over here, please?
That woman's perfume is really strong.
Another way to flaunt one's wealth. Do you think her necklace is covered in it?
We could follow the scent of her perfume and find the necklace.
You there. I have a request for
you. Are you looking for something to make your own potions? Or even your own weapons or armor? Look no further. I've got everything you need.
Everything to become the perfect alchemist. Carefully selected ingredients. Need a potion? An ointment? You'll find everything you need at my stall. Everything to become the perfect alchemist. Carefully selected ingredients. Ingredients, files, and preparations. Hello. Looking for equipment to carry out experiments? Or is it potions and other preparations you're after?
My necklaces are precious. There's something for everyone. Approach. Capes, shirts, and pants. I have clothes for all trades.
And here are the pretty pebbles of nobility. If you ask me, they'd look better on that girl she treats as her slave.
We'll have to think about it.
My necklaces are precious. It's a pleasure to see you again. Are you looking for something for a formal occasion this time? Or something for everyday wear, perhaps? Capes, shirts, and pants. I have clothes for all trades.
I have strong wood and soft leather, ladies, and I have all the ingredients.
You? Yes, you. Come, I pray. So, did you manage to work your magic? Have you finally found my necklace?
Yes, we found it.
Oh, at last. Oh, you took your time. Well, I'm waiting. Give it back.
Here it is.
It's a little dirty, but it's not broken. I appreciate your honesty, and I will never again question the gift with which you savages are endowed. I must go to the party now, but rest assured that I will tell all my friends about you. You're very brave. Come on, Mikhail, let's hurry. Thank you. Thank you so much for your help.
Need a potion? An ointment? You'll find everything you need at my store.
I have strong wood and soft leather.
It's been an eternity since I've been back to Peren. It's a beautiful city where the traces of the past are omnipresent. But since we need to go to the Teleme embassy, we should go through the city centre, if I remember correctly.
Let's go.
Your outfit is quite interesting. Where did you get it?
Your Excellence.
How exotic. An envoy of Tyr Fredi. This is quite the novelty. Are you a dignitary from your island, or have you come with a message from a local noble?
I suppose one might say that I am an envoy of Tyr Fredi, milady. And I'm here to speak with you about a very important matter. We have proof that the General Gurnaz, a commanding officer of the Bridge Alliance, is preparing a brutal attack against your country.
Alas, that is nothing new. The bridge has been attacking us for centuries. But you might not have been aware of that.
We are aware of the war between your two nations, but this time the situation is very different. This general seeks glory for himself rather than his nation. And he plans on using unconventional means to obtain his goal. He hopes to use giant creatures that we call guardians. Beasts invoked from the rituals of our traditions. He will release them to attack you. He plans on blaming my people, but also the congregation. These horrible attacks will originate from your country by his hand.
Giant creatures? Are you certain you have all of your wits about you?
We can prove what we are saying. We have documents that we took from a laboratory operated by men under orders of this general. And if it is the very existence of these creatures that you doubt, we also have in our possession one of their heads. It is on our ship. You can come and see it yourself if you so desire, or send someone you trust.
You seem very sure of yourself. You have given me pause, sir. I'm going to send someone from the embassy immediately to verify what you've told me. Let's assume that you are telling the truth about these monsters. You also spoke about some documents.
Here they are.
Thank you. Please, allow me a moment to inspect them all. This entire story seems like the stuff of some fable. But these savants and this General Kurnaz are indeed set on attacking us and letting others take the blame. Alas, these documents do not give us the precise location of this attack. Do you have an idea?
As you were able to read, the savants seem to want to use ancient Austrian ruins. It's true that we too need locations that are of historical or natural significance in order to perform the bonding ritual, which here transforms people. But I am not familiar with the border regions, and I don't know if Austrian ruins are to be found there.
There are indeed Austrian ruins all over the place in our country. But if I think about it, one location in particular comes to mind. The Sudwise region, in fact, that people from here have renamed High Prairie when they took it.
I know that region. I go through there often when I trade commercially. I would hate for my caravans to become a victim of collateral damage. Too many people rely on them.
Oh, but you too are from the Empire. And you are a trader? I understand your fears. Do know that this is a region where a great many refugees have fled to make a home. To avoid the civil war? Very well then, I have thought this through. I think the best option would be for me to accompany you. This business is far too important, and its impact too far-reaching, for you not to be accompanied by someone official. And if we were to wait for the princes of the merchant cities to take action, we would by then have died of old age.
Isn't this quite risky, Your Excellence?
My dear, I was born during a civil war in my country. I know how to defend myself. Or one might say, I am a fast runner. We will rendezvous at High Prairie. I require some time to prepare for the voyage. Do you have anything else you would like to talk about?
What can you tell me about your nation?
The Holy Dutan Empire was once the greatest empire on the continent, almost as great and glorious as the Astrian Empire. Alas, discord arose among the nobility, and our faith was used by the vilest among them to turn their backs on the Emperor. Ever since, the Empire has been plagued by civil war, which has weakened us. Families tear each other apart and clash. Neighbors kill each other. We lost territory to the south, and we were unable to join the other nations that set foot on your island. However, I'm confident that our Emperor shall restore order and the greatness of the Dutan Empire.
What does your role as ambassador here in Peren consist of?
Like any other ambassador, I represent the interests of our nation before the Prince de Vespe. The congregation of merchants and its assembly of small city-states gained prominence on the continent. We would have liked them to show us more support against our enemies in the Alliance, but unfortunately they value their neutrality. My role is therefore to ensure that our economic and diplomatic exchanges are as beneficial to our two nations as possible.
What can you tell me about the war between you and the Bridge Alliance?
We've been at war for centuries now, alas. It began before the Alliance was created. The first battles were waged against Tynea and Thraxis. They eventually joined forces with Morsinia, who betrayed us for ridiculous questions of dogma. Since then, the front is at a stalemate. There were some periods of peace and some outbursts of fighting, without any real progress. But we shall never give up. The Enlightened is with us. We will eventually win.
What are the links between the Dutan Empire and Thélème?
It was in Thélème that San Matthias was born and taught the way of the Enlightened, the ways of true faith. His disciples saw the good word and the teaching of magic carried as far as Dutan and converted the Emperor. He became the champion of the way of the Enlightened and became its most faithful and fervent representative on Ghakan. Since that day, our two nations have been allies, united in their faith and their interests in the face of the rest of the world.
We were told that it was not possible to travel to your country.
Well, it's indeed not advisable to go there, especially when arriving from this side of the border. Trade is still free with Thélème, but this is no longer the case with our other neighbors. Too much contraband entered by this means, and too many fugitives, frightened by the civil war, left the country. We still trade, of course, but any trade is highly monitored and must be duly validated by the Emperor.
We shall leave now, Your Excellency.
Goodbye.
If we want to reach High Prairie, we have to head northeast from Peren. From the hills, we can take the trade route that leads to the region.
latest fashions and are in... Would you be interested in a cape?
Are you looking for something to make your own potions? Or even your own weapons or armor? Look no further. I've got everything you need.
Potions, concoctions, and coatings. Herbs, plants, and mushrooms.
I understand that this pass is a little old, but I am certain that the Father Cardinal will not appreciate you making me wait. Oh, you're here.
Are these people with you?
Yes, and the ambassador would like to meet them as well.
As your authorization's a little old, I cannot let all of you enter the confines. Go ahead alone. Your friends can join you, only if the ambassador agrees to it.
I'm not going to let my friends wait here in the street.
They can wait inside, but they cannot go up into the offices until the Father Cardinal gives his authorization.
Very well. Thank you. I apologize, but you'll have to wait for me here in the entryway. It'll only take a moment. I am certain that you'll be able to join me very quickly. I was only doing my duty, but I hear
Step into the night.
I hope you're having a nice day.
Cardinal Father, allow me to introduce to you the friends to whom I owe my freedom and life today.
My children, it is a pleasure and an honor to meet you. I could never repay you for helping Fausta escape from the Alliance's jails and bringing her back to me.
Cardinal, we are also honored to meet you.
Fausta told me about the sufferings of your people at the hands of our enemies, and what they have already done to you. Under the guise of civilization, these people behave like monsters, and you have all my compassion. As you know, our two nations have been at war for centuries. We should join forces against this common enemy.
Indeed, I have heard of it. There has even been fighting between your troops and those of the Alliance on our island.
Exactly. From Tir Pradee to the plains of Duton, a trail of blood and anger has been wreaked by our two nations. Know that in any case, I will do everything in my power to aid you in your trials. But you must have questions or requests.
We need the financial backing of a nation or a wealthy patron to fund the journey back to Tir Pradee. Could Teleme help us?
Regrettably, and I am truly sorry about this, I do not have the means to finance such an expedition.
Are the De Vesps the only family who could help us?
You could also go and see the Dorsays, especially since they are already established on Tir Pradee. I don't know which would be easier to convince at the moment. One thing is certain. They will both ask for something in return. These people are merchants first and princes second. Don't forget that. And it is highly likely that their ministers will refuse to see you without a letter of recommendation from an important person.
Someone like you?
Yes, for example. But I hope you understand that I cannot give you a letter of recommendation unless I can fully trust you.
Thank you for agreeing to see us, Father Cardinal.
Wait, please. I have a favor to ask of you. One of our priests here in Peren has shown no sign of life quite some time. I fear something might have happened to him, something terrible. I would like to ask you to find him and to reassure me that he is well. I imagine that my request raises quite a few questions. Be my guest and ask them. I will answer them to the best of my ability.
I understand how you might ask that of Fausta, who you know well, but we are complete strangers to you.
It's quite frankly your outsider status that interests me. Here the people are suspicious. The game of alliances and treachery is very complex. To the point that no one dares speak to anyone in fear that our hosts might take offense. The De Vesps are sensitive. One faux pas can mean exile or death. But you come from afar and will not arouse suspicion, and your awkwardness will be more easily overlooked and forgiven.
You are hoping that our inexperience in diplomatic matters will be to our advantage.
I would not allow myself to judge your abilities. But I hope that the people you speak with will think you naive and lower their guard.
What can you tell us about the priest?
Jacquemus hails from the north of Thélème. He came here to care for a parish in hopes of maintaining good relations with Perrin. There are many believers in this city, and they were in need of someone to guide them in their faith. The man is easygoing, a charmer, who loves good food and life's pleasures. Perhaps a little too much for his own good. But he seemed to be the perfect candidate to assimilate in Perrin. Someone who believed in the goodness of the enlightened, without having a taste for the ascetic.
What could this priest have been up to for you to worry so much about a momentary absence? Had you imagined he might have just returned to Thélème to see friends?
No. As an ambassador, I would have been informed. Jacquemus, even though he is a priest, is sometimes led astray by worldly distractions. To put things more vulgarly, he spends a little too much of his time in places of ill repute.
And it's for that reason you fear something might have happened to him?
Precisely. Do you have any other questions?
Do you know where we could find him?
Alas, if I knew precisely where he could be found, I wouldn't need to ask for this service. That said, I can show you on your map the location of his apartments. He lives right next to the conservatory. That would be a good place to start. Perhaps you'll find clues that my people missed.
Thank you. That will be helpful. I think we know enough. We will do our best to find your priest.
Thank you. And do go as quickly as you can, please. Each hour that passes adds to my distress.
Not here. The walls have ears.
Step into the night.
Do you need my help?
See you later.
It's my pleasure.
I know I had nothing to do with it, but I'm sorry for what's happening to your people. What we discovered in this lab, what these so-called scientists are preparing, it's horrible.
Goodbye, Ludwig.
Bye. Take care.
I wanted to tell you that what we discovered in that laboratory disgusts me, just as much as it does you. Using a disease to decimate an entire people is despicable. It is unworthy of a general, and even more so of a nation.
What can you tell me about the Coin Guard?
It's a guild of mercenaries. It's created after the War of Independence of the Free Cities. Many people had fought and didn't know how to do much else. So they went and joined this guild, and they started to sell their services to other nations. And from generation to generation, men and women kept on joining up. Our reputation is our pride. We are employed by both sides of conflicts between warring countries. It's common to confront other members of the guild on the battlefield. Brother killing sister, vice versa in the name of foreign nations. We are pawns on the chessboard, but without us, battles and victories wouldn't be possible.
What do you know about Zerrin?
I don't know her. She didn't mix with the soldiers. The opposite of her husband. I would bump into her at the general's house. Good morning, ma'am. Good evening, ma'am. She behaved like so many other nobles. Just maybe a tad more clever. She and her husband have a strange relationship. I wouldn't call it love. But I'm no expert on the subject.
Good boy, Till.
See you soon.
These Renoixe who think they are wise are but murderers. Monsters with no conscience. How can they imagine that eradicating an entire people by making them sick is normal?
I sometimes wonder if our role as Donegada still makes sense here. You, who are always so committed to our duties. What do you think?
How can we not doubt? We have been thrown so far from the earth to which we are bound. But I believe that our duty to our people is still important. Look at what we discovered in this lab. Thanks to this discovery, we can intervene before our people suffer. It's a continuation of what we've learned, don't you think?
Yes. Yes, but I think that without you, I wouldn't know. Luckily, you're here.
It's my role to be with you and help you see the heart of things. Don't worry, I won't fail.
I've got to go.
Of course. Waawalam seg.
There you are. Is there anything I can do for you?
What was it like living in Olemu when you're from Teleme?
It was difficult at first. Everyone was suspicious of me. I wasn't just a foreigner, I was an enemy. But I learned to hide my differences in public, and not to talk about my origins or my beliefs. As for those who already knew, I told them why I was in their country, which reassured them. As an exile, I was seen as less dangerous. But you're right, it wasn't easy. I had to change all my habits, practically change my skin to adapt in order to survive. Sometimes, I even forgot where I came from, who I really was. I became the mask I wore. I imagine you're asking me this because you're wondering how you're going to be able to live on the continent.
Yes, I suppose there's some truth to that. I have no idea when I'll be able to return home, or if I'll ever be able to. So many people are hostile towards us islanders. They call us savages. They hate us. We're always in danger of being arrested and imprisoned, or worse.
I've seen all of that, and I empathize. I really do. Though it's hard and can sometimes be infuriating. If you want people to forget where you're from, you'll have to wear a mask too. You'll have to pretend to be something you're not. But it's a path that requires a great deal of renunciation. In any case, I want you to know that I share your burden And if you ever want to talk to me about it, I'm here for you.
See you later.
It's my pleasure.